Festival today. Actually, it's San Pedro, as I've been reminded about 9 times in the past 3 days. The San Pedro International Film Festival. And we're going to be talking about the film Surviving the P&W, A Bumblebee Tale, which I'm going to say the title because last night on the red carpet, the person next to me forgot the title of her film. We have Wendy King, she's the director. Robert Newhart is listed as a cast member. It's going to be very interesting because all I saw were bumblebees in this movie, but apparently Robert's a cast member. Welcome both of you.
Thank you.
Okay. Wendy, we always start this off by having our filmmaker introduce the audience to the film. They haven't seen it yet, so tell us about the film.
So my film is Surviving the Pacific Northwest, A Bumblebee Tale, and I became a bumblebee enthusiast during the pandemic, okay, and really got interested in all the bumblebees I was seeing in and around our backyard. And so I started filming and educating myself more about these special pollinators because there is quite a few differences between honeybees and bumblebees. And I think a lot of times in people's minds they're the same, but there are some big differences between the two.
Well, you know what's also, I was enjoying watching the film and the fact that I didn't realize there were so many damn different types of bumblebees. I felt like I needed a trading card for each one of them to collect and trade. Well, I always say when documentaries they usually fall in a couple of different camps. One is, I had no freaking idea. And the other is, I thought I had an idea, but the truth is I had no freaking idea. And this falls in that second camp, where you go, I thought I knew my bees, but I didn't. And also what I think is really delightful about the film is that the style of it, I feel like I'm just out on just a casual walk, like we're hiking. Which is fun, because it takes the pressure off the viewer in kind of like, because you are teaching them, you are giving a lot of great information, but it's also not a textbook kind of approach to it, which I think makes it more accessible. Was there a thought in that approach, or was that just came out of you naturally?
I think it just came out of me naturally. I am an elementary educator, and I do work with special needs students, and you have to take a different approach when you're teaching. And when I started, I had all this film footage, and I started putting the film together. The way I originally had it, just wasn't making sense, and so I rethought it, and that's what you see.
All right. Now, sitting next to you again is a cast member for your film.
Yes.
Clearly not a bee. Clearly not a honeybee, not a bumblebee. Explain how this gentleman is a cast member in your film.
Well, in the film, if you're watching closely, okay, you will see his hands, because in the film he is playing the part of
Lewis and Clark guys.
Yeah, Lewis and Clark.
Lewis
Yes.
Merriweather, I think, is
Right.
the one he picked.
Yes. And, you know, he's out in Oregon territory before Oregon was a state, and he's documenting these bumblebees that they found along the Columbia River.
Gotcha. And this clearly was a nationwide search to find the right hands
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
for your documentary.
Luckily, it was, I didn't have to go far. It was during the pandemic.
I was the only one that didn't have COVID, so
There you go. There you go.
And he has nice hands.
There you go. So COVID-free hands.
And he has a leather journal.
Well, and and he came with his own props.
He came with his own
He
props.
came with his own
Yeah.
props.
So
Which she found in the
I
attic.
couldn't pass it up.
All right, all right. This is, it's not just an informational documentary, it's also a call to action documentary.
Correct.
And talk about that because, because again, as you're in the editing process and you want to make something that people are not going to be bored by, that they're going to be interested in, but you also have another agenda, which is after they walk out of the theater or after they, turn this off of their laptop, you want them to go and do something. So there's a little bit of different energy behind the film that you're putting together. Talk about the call to action aspect of this.
These bumblebees, they don't live up in a tree and make a hive. They nest in the ground. They nest in burrows. And they have open dog parks where it's off leash and the dogs can sniff out the bumblebees and then they dig up the bee. So there's habitat destruction.
So then when you do a film like this, right now you're in San Pedro, you're on your film festival tour. Again, there's a different ambition of the film. This is not just, I made an entertaining film, hope people laugh, hope people enjoy it, whatever. You actually want people to do something, to further along, the species, literally. So is the plan to hopefully do a long fest tour, and then what would be the ambition to get the film out after that point?
Just really get the word out. I mean, these bees pollinate a lot of fruits and vegetables that honeybees can't. And so there's a food source also, that we want to keep around. So that's kind of the goal, is to get people a little bit more knowledgeable. Like you said, honeybees get a lot of press, right? And they do, and bumblebees don't. And we've got to keep these bumblebees around.
So the honeybees are the press whores.
Yes, they are. They definitely
The
are.
bumblebees need a little bit more attention.
Yes, they do.
Okay.
Which you would think that they would get more press because they come in different colors and they're big and hairy, but
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Bumblebees are the big scary ones. When you're a kid, right? Okay. So, is there a website? Is there how can people again find more information? Can they see the film? Give us a website. Give us some information.
My website for my film projects is myeolife.com. It's just myeolife.com.
Okay.
And you can find all my film projects on there.
And so today, then you're going to go screen the film, give out a bunch of bee swag.
I got bee swag.
Hopefully.
I got bracelets. We got bee tattoos. We've got refrigerator magnets with our sunflower bumblebee on it.
And I have to say, both these two were on the red carpet last night, wearing bee goggles and antennae. So they literally know how to dress the part, literally too.
We will be wearing those at the premiere. Yes.
All right. Again, the film is Surviving the P&W of Bumblebee Tale. We've been talking to Wendy King. She's the director of the film, and Robert Newhart, the hands of the film. It's great talking to the film.
Yeah. Thank you.